When I was in my early 20s, I got prescribed Zoloft for PMDD, premenstrual depression disorder. I was very aware that my depression that I would get on a monthly basis was cyclical. I would become a raging bitch and a crying fanatic for the first couple days before my period. And I was a newlywed at that point in time, and I didn't want these negative cycles to affect my new relationship. And I went to the doctor, shared what was going on, and of course, the doctor prescribed to me an antidepressant. Zoloft falls into the category of many other antidepressants that are an SSRI. What that means is it causes you to release more serotonin in your body. Serotonin is known as the feel-good chemical, and it's very common these day and age for people to be prescribed an SSRI because depression is rampant in our culture right now. And I was really excited to take that pill. I was really excited to have something make this cycle of depression and not feeling good about myself or just about life, to make it easy and to make it go away. But do you know what happened very soon after I started taking Zoloft? Orgasms got really hard. I was in my early 20s. I had just got married. Like, I was supposed to be in the honeymoon stage of my life, and then I was having trouble coming. No way, no way. And what happened was I did some research, and what I learned is that when you take an SSRI, it causes your body to release serotonin, which is really great. But guess what you do when you have an orgasm? You release a cocktail that includes serotonin. Actually, whenever you have an orgasm, you create a cocktail inside your brain of 3 beautiful, yummy chemicals. Those chemicals are serotonin, which is the feel-good chemical, dopamine, which is the reward chemical. So that's like when you eat a really good piece of chocolate, you get a hit of dopamine. When you cross something off your to-do list, you get a hit of dopamine. And also oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bonding chemical that you're going to, you obviously get when you have an orgasm, right? Bonds you to your partner. Women and babies release it whenever they're breastfeeding, so it helps bond to each other. And whenever you kiss or hug for at least 20 seconds, it releases oxytocin as well. So when you put anything in your body that artificially causes a release of serotonin, whether it be an SSRI, whether it be a recreational substance like MDMA, aka ecstasy, it releases a flood of serotonin in your brain. Your brain thinks it already had an orgasm. Your brain thinks, I feel so freaking good, I must have just come. But guess what? You didn't. It was an artificial cocktail created in your brain. So yeah, you feel better and you feel good, but you didn't have all of those other benefits that came along with the orgasm as well. So that's one of the reasons why when people start antidepressants, how it can cause them to struggle to orgasm. But the thing that we fail to consider is what made us depressed in the first place, and are there any natural holistic remedies that we can do or practice instead of popping that pill? Well, we can prioritize pleasure. We know as women that pleasure is our birthright because we have a clitoris. We have something on our body that is primary function is to give us pleasure. So why not take advantage of it? There's something called the pleasure principle. Let me introduce you to it. You're welcome. The pleasure principle. And that's the idea of if we actually court pleasure, if we actually prioritize pleasure, doing more things that cause us pleasure, whether it be sex or whether it be stopping for a dance party, or whether it's really stopping to pause to really enjoy that decadent piece of chocolate. No matter what form of pleasure that we pursue, it only takes 30 seconds of pleasure for your brain to start making the neurotransmitters needed to make all of those hormones that we just talked about, serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine. So if you've been feeling down in the dumps, I know it's hard to motivate yourself to go, flirt with your man or to go get frisky with your partner. But here's the question I have for you. What's going to increase the energy, yummy connectedness in your home more? Is it going to be leaning in to a dose of lovemaking to help open your heart and create all of those yummy chemicals in your brain, like taking that pill? Or would it have just been popping a pill and going on with your day? Now, sister, I'm not going to judge you. You do what's best for you. But if you have been suffering from low mood or depression of any kind, I highly encourage you starting to make pleasure a practice in your life. Whether it be a daily orgasm, whether it be a daily dance break. Trust me, give it a try. And you're gonna find more natural, yummy serotonin, good feelings flowing through your system naturally. And because you haven't taken that SSRI, next time you go to get intimate with your partner, it's not gonna be a challenge. Have more orgasms, less antidepressants. I hope this serves you well. Namaste.